So we just finished up a ride, a very nice productive ride at home. In this video I wanted to show you guys a little bit of the leg yielding that I've been working on with Whiskey to improve his lope departure and his lead change. And I think it's been working really well. I've been working on it for about 2 weeks now, and I'll kind of do a voiceover of the video so you can see what it is that I'm focused on and what I'm trying to convey and get with him. Actually, he was feeling really great, so we did a couple trot downs in lieu of a run down. He stopped really nice at the trot, so we kicked it up to a lope and actually had a really great stop for my pen and my footing. So I'm excited to show you that little bit of progress and the little bit that we have been working on. The other thing that I wanted to kind of show in this video was, because in my last one I talked about Junior and not disengaging his hip, I got some comments on my Facebook about the importance of not excluding any lateral work, and I just wanted to clarify. I was talking about isolated disengagement of the hip, and so this video will show that I still utilize lateral movement of the hindquarters to perform good leg yields or lead changes or lope departures. And so I wanted to clarify that although I'm not just doing one rein stops, disengage the hip anymore, per se, like I probably will still incorporate that as like an emergency type maneuver, but that I still utilize using the hind end in a lateral pushing fashion. So enjoy. I hope you enjoy this video, and leave a comment below for anything that you'd like to see or any questions or any clarification you might have for it, and let's get to it. So here I'm leg yielding him into the outside rein. You'll watch the diagonal pairs move together to execute the lope departure right there. And I'm focusing on sitting to the inside to push him over with. I'm prepping him in this video for a lead change because I'm using the leg yields to help him with the lope departure, but it also helps with the lead change as well. So here I start to sit to the outside.
Oh, that was nice.
Leg yield him over and then change my seat and my leg. And here I'm doing it on the opposite direction, so I'm actually sitting to my left and pushing him over to the right. And what I'm really looking for is that the front and the hind move diagonally together. And when I feel like he's in that outside rein really well and he's moving and yielding, then that's when I sit to the inside and ask him to lope off. So now I'm going to prepare him to lope, to do a lead change to the right. And usually on this lead, this change, I don't usually need to make him yield too far. You can see here, I really should have, because when I asked for the change, he changed on the front and not on the hind. So I stopped him, turned him the other way, and I'm going to come through the middle and prepare him. I'm going to actually ask for him to yield at the lope over. So to change to the right, I'm sitting to the left in my left seat bone, asking him to yield towards the left, and then I'll switch and sit to my right seat bone and put my outside leg back. And that time he changed really good, but I really encouraged him to do a correct lateral movement into the outside rein. Now in this sequence I am working on his approach for what I call the trot down. So at the corner of the arena in here, I'm asking him to do a 90-degree turn, keeping his hip to the inside and keeping his shoulders up and free. And as I'm trotting him down the pen, I start to sit back like I would for a rundown. And if he starts to get away from me, I can pick up my hand and ask him to come back. That time he got really free. He started to lope. So here now he's freeing up a little bit. I tested him by picking up my hand to see if he'd stay with me, and he did.
He would like check back down to you.
So I'm squaring off that corner again, sitting back, letting him take me, and then I asked for the stop. And what I didn't like there was he stopped and also stopped forward movement on the front end. So sometimes I'll take him into what Andrea calls a twirl to loosen up the front end. That time I just happened to back him up as a little bit of a reprimand that I want him to stop forward movement on the hind end but continue with the front end. So now he's nice and free. That was a nice one. A nice little stop from the trot. And here, because he was feeling so good at the trot, I decided to take it up to the lope. And we've been struggling in our rundowns where he gets really excited about running. And he doesn't really lift on the front end and drive from the back end.
Seems to be helping.
Runs. So in this little bit, I'm focusing on his rundown being free. That was nice. I liked that he got free. I decided to run him kind of towards the fence there because he's anticipating our little stop spot, so I wanted to make sure I ran him through that. And down along this end, I'm encouraging him to keep his hip to the inside. On this direction, on this lead, he likes to counter bend. So I asked that time for that. See, I was really happy with that, actually. That's what Andrea calls like a half halt into the fence. He engaged his back end and he would have stopped, but I asked him to keep going. So here I am asking for the hip to come to the inside and then square that corner. And this time I'm testing him by not allowing him to run. I'm going to square off that corner again, keeping his hip to the inside. Let him go. And he stopped pretty good, but he double stopped that time. So I'm trying to discourage him from double stopping. So that time I backed him up, made him move his hip back in, and we went and tried it again. This was a good one. Good boy. That might not look like a super impressive stop in the world of reining, but for my pen, it's actually pretty good for him.